Oh, welcome. I could get it in darker, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Uh, Give me a sec. I got to. Maybe. I don't know. Something's wrong here. No. watching the moon and listening to myself play right now, I'm reminded of the time I saw that ABBA cover band at the Keswick. And they said, Benny, I'm tired of playing these pussy songs. We need to play some rock and roll. And they busted into Bon Jovi. Yeah, that ruled. Sadly, I know no Bon Jovi nor ABBA. I don't do covers. So. I don't do fish music. Is that my phone? No. Okay. Why would it be my phone? My phone's recording something. So I know everyone's like, man, this lighting's amazing. That Malloy character knows really how to make film. But it's kind of a joke to me. I was talking about music and stuff. It's always pissed me off when I've had conversations with people. Like, man, why don't you have vinyl? Where's the tapes, man? Where's the CDs? Do you like the music? Yeah. There's this thing called the internet. Download the songs. I don't get it. The fetishization of music. I'm randomly, you know how I am. I'm randomly up at Johnny Brennan's the other night. And a friend of mine was DJing, and I didn't realize it was him right away. I was doing my, lazy day and dance, because I am dancing Dan when I want to dance. And I was talking to my DJ friend afterwards. That day, I think, or the day before, I'd gone to Maniac's Main Street Music for the first time. I walked from Fairmount Park, the typical route someone will take if they're going to Maniac. A, by foot, and B, you start at Fairmount Park. Very typical, very typical. Any Philadelphian, if you have a conversation with their green and whatever. I was trying to talk to him. But I was talking to my friend about, mono. I was like, yeah, it's great to look and all. I'm like, dude, man, like Main Street had some great vinyl. Like I was like a little kid. I was like, oh my god. They had an Archie, this one in the vinyl. It was I've seen the documentary. I forget the guy's name. And the name of the Archelio or something like that. It was a 5 CD set of 100 years worth of music. I was like, no, and it was like $25. I was like, that's an amazing price. I had absolutely no money on me. Typical me. And they had, I'll put it this way, they had Nick Drake on vinyl. They had Joy Division on vinyl. All the ones I would be like, they don't have Sigur Rós. They had Sigur Rós. They had pretty much every Sigur Rós. They had a fair share of Taylor, which I was bummed. They were. I overheard a conversation of good old Olivia Rodrigo, which I can get on board with that. I love that new record. Actually, I like the last one too. But I said to my friend, I thought we had it best when the iPod was around. No one had to, carry a fucking CD or record collection everywhere. And if you're an environmentalist, explain vinyl to me. Your love of vinyl. But That makes as much sense as Rambo 3, when he praised the proud Afghani fighters. I was talking to my dad about that today, because I'm still confused about the whole ISIS in Russia. It doesn't really make sense to me. I'm gonna relate the last part while we're talking about politics. You know, how everyone loves talking about politics. So I was playing guitar earlier, and I stopped in the pub to see if any of my friends were around. But luckily they were. I love those guys. They were trying to say I was like the coolest person in the room. I wanted to be like, yep, the guy that lives, the 44-year-old guy that lives at home that doesn't drive, that doesn't have a good job, is the coolest person in the room. And I said something really funny like, yeah, guys, I got about 2 good years left, and then at some point I'm going to turn 50 and I'm not going to be cool anymore. And my buddy Mike's like, you'll always be cool in my life. So, at some point, my buddy Mike's like a huge hockey nerd, / he was a coach. And he dealt with the local team here. I never played on it because having a father that never played hockey would just scream at the TV all the time, shoot the puck. Kind of discouraged me from the idea of playing hockey in real life. But I did love street hockey. So, not to pop like crap on my dad. That's a funny story. But Mike was like all surprised me and this other dude knew about the Miracle on Ice. So I'm like, I gotta go home, eat dinner. So I'm in the restroom trying to figure out how do I end this conversation. And I make a joke about, you know, today's points of the meeting. They made fun of me about my shirt because I hadn't worn one of my dad's shirts in a while. I was like, yeah, baby, I'm on business today. I'm going to get a job. They were like, oh, no, hey, hold down now. But I came out of the bathroom and I said this line. You know how I make my own shirts? I said, all right, guys, today's points. We're all going to get shirts that say, Funk Putin, who won the Miracle on Ice, bitch? And I couldn't stop laughing the whole way home. I don't know. I remember my sister when I would post videos like this, and be like, he's acting bipolar. I'm like, I want to film someone that, like, you know, hasn't dated anyone, that doesn't have many close friends, and what they do when they're by themselves. And my sister's every time she's heard me talk with her since she brought up that conversation. Yeah, good one though, Tom. I don't want to crap on my family. We're good. It's just, we have differences of opinion. That's a nice way of saying it. I don't know. Everyone has misshifts in there. Last night was friggin' hilarious. I went to Orbeez, like a jet, you know, most 45-year-old or 44-year-old men do, on a Thursday. Was it Thursday? Yeah. No, this was the other night. But no, it was last night. But sorry. I went to a Taylor dance party, and the night before I was telling a friend, I was like, dude, I'm trying to end. I was like, this year will be the 20th anniversary of my first record, and I was like, I've asked 9 different people to open it, and I was like, I've had friends, And it wasn't like they were mean about it, but they got rejected by everyone. I mean, all of them were like, oh, we'll try to find you a date or we'll figure it out. But I was like, am I blacklisted? So my buddy's like, oh, you should ask Orbiters. So, the stealth booker that I am, talked to Kyle during a freaking Taylor Swift dance song that I'm dancing my ass off the whole time, singing lyrics to about a show. The humor is just like the last time I've been to Orbeez was earlier in the week. And I got there trying to see my friend's last band because I was tight on the fundage. I didn't have money for the show. So I was going to sneak in for like last song or something. But they finished. So there's my ex-guitar teacher. And it was gotten taught by Richard Lloyd from television. He's like sipping on the beer, chilling, he had came for the show or whatever. All of a sudden, they had the DJs from Love City there. And my friends got introduced to Dance Dan. Watching Chris Forsyth watching me dance was hilarious. He was so confused. So was Ken from Blue Samplers. But I had a blast. The best part was, I remember these two guys last night at the Taylor thing. They were all crapping on Taylor, and I'm still talking to them. And they're like, were you here Thursday? They were like, we remember you from dancing. Because I introduced myself as Dancing Dan. The guy put it two and two together. I was like, yep, that'd be me. So, I was explaining to these two gentlemen the numbers game at a Taylor event. It comes down to simple mathematics why I go to these things. I mean, I'm going to take a guess that I've been maybe anywhere from 5 to 10 different Tay events in my life. Most of them were Ryan Ridge because they put on the best ones. But you can't get all, the same thing. But I like diversity too. But Meg does put on the best ones. That's never going to change. But the numbers are pretty much all the same for me. It's like 99% women. The percentage of guys or whoever wants to identify as whatever they're people like to do people like to be whoever they want to be there, which is great. I shared the urinal with a gentleman that was his birthday or I don't want whatever a person that it was their birthday yesterday, and they had lift up their outfit that to use the restroom or and very typical. And I said, each their own here, whatever. And I'm badly sorry, but so to continue on the numbers game. So all right, I'm older. I know most of the crowds are going to be at least 10 to 20 years older than me. My memorable advice: don't be the old creepy guy. Do not engage unless someone engages with you. So that's my general rule. Yeah. But the DJs end up loving me. The crowd loves me. Because it's who the fuck joined the drunk? And everyone assumes I'm messed up, but I'm not. They're like, who the hell joined the drunk over the knows every goddamn Taylor Swift song? And it's always really funny. And me and this dude were rocking out for a while. Leslie, he was a cool guy. Me and him, I said we were going on tour together. It was fun. So back to the numbers game. So if you even say 60% of the crowd thinks you're ugly, you're not their type, they play for the other team, you're the weirdo there, you at least got a good 40% that there's a possibility. So simple numbers. Another day, it doesn't matter because I have fun. I always have fun there. And the crowd, and I'm gonna mess up this word. I wrote it down, or I wrote it earlier. The bond between everyone. Like everyone's just so happy to be there and having fun, and like everyone just wants to scream the lyrics and act out, like certain scenes. I bet there's always that one person like, "This is my jam." It happened great last night. The girl must have started 3 times, and I was like, "Yep, dude, this is your jam." They're awesome. I love them. Switch it up a little bit. Got a little too simmy. I'll show my folks this today. And it's really amusing watching like grown men not yell, but like they'll discuss with like obvious people that are way younger than you, like say 21 at a bar. And be like, "You don't listen to the Grateful Dead?" Sir, the Dead weren't even your band or your generation. Like, give the kid a break. No. And like, even if you know them, you're not gonna know every goddamn song. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I just feel. I think it's too often like. Dinosaur rock mentality it's shoved down people's throats. And I love that it's kind of like 15 years we've watched someone who's performed with all these dinosaur acts who's got mad respect for all of them. And for the next 20, 30 years, I might not have to hear dinosaur acts, but I could hear the wonderful music of a woman that made, 11, she's about to make the 11th record then. And don't get me wrong, it's time and place for older music. But, I mean, there's going to be a reckoning soon. Like I saw today was the Taylor Gilmore 78th. I'm like, come on, I love Floyd and, Gilmore. But, like, old Dylan, like, McCartney got no, like, McCartney looks great. Jagger looks good. I mean, Keith Richards, we all joke that he's gonna live forever, but he's not. I'm just glad. And this has been going on for a while for me. I saw most of the acts I care about. So like when people pass, I don't do the, oh, I missed them. I never got to see them. I mean, I gave a good one today about Warren Zevon, but that one I blame on my buddy Bill for not for going to school with the sticks and not wanting to go, or me not going without him. I should have went without him. And like, well, my wife would love to chime in, but well, you went to all these fucking shows without anyone. But my ex-wife, I'm sorry. But like guys, this dude last night was wearing a Prince shirt. And I recounted it. I was like, I remember, is it gonna be weird if I go with my my buddy from high school to see Prince? 5 minutes in, I was like, what? There's other people here? I mean, one of the greatest guitar players ever. And it was the musicology tour, so he actually was playing the hits. And like, he fucking kicked ass. So good. But like, I don't know, I always loved like, oh, I miss Prince. Okay, you should have saw him when he was one. Tom Petty. Do you know how many times I saw Tom Petty? I'm not brag. Oh, that should be good. was playing earlier today. This kid popped out of nowhere. He's like, dude, what tuning's that? Standard. What? Come over here. I'll show you how to do this. So, I entitled that the interaction wasn't on video. It happened before I started recording, but I called share it the wealth, and you know, a lot of I remember I met Nick from the AAS at the First Unitarian Insurance when I was young. I think this is actually a really funny story. First off, and they were the opener too, I think. Karen O was Karen O, and she came out and she was like throwing water on people. I wish this was on video. I was like, all right, bitch. And I had a book bag. Anyone that knows me, I always have a book bag with me. And I was like, you want to do this? And out of nowhere, I dumped like 2-3 bottles of water on her. So after they performed, I'm talking to Nick by the what do you call it, the venue's like kitchen area, and I was really into tunings at the time, and I like, dude, they were great when Nick was a great player, so I started trying to have a conversation with him about tunings, and he was like too cool for school, like I ain't talking to you about that. And this happened one other time, and the way it was done, and I knew I was forewarned not to even ask the man about it. But God damn it, I've been waiting 20 years to talk about it. So when I met Kevin Shields, I didn't say anything for like ever because I was told he's not even going to talk to you. So like I knew Deb already. So I was hanging with Jen, the extra guitarist, and not the demeanor. She's great. She's Deb's friend. They're great. They actually have a great project together sometimes. And I think I was talking to Belinda, and I talked to Hollow. I had so many funny interactions with them. I was such an idiot. But at some point, I just scream at Kevin, E B E F sharp B E. He like looks at me. He just looked at me, and it was really funny. And then we ended up talking for like 3 hours, and we never fucking talked about guitar tunings. At the end of the night, I'm like trying to tell him some Dan thing. And like it's been all night. They were backstage, and they had my favorite pizza from Fort Richmond. Frog. It's not. Yeah. But oh man, with the garlic nuts. So me and Kevin Shields are eating pizza. I said something really stupid. And Kevin goes, "Dad, eat your pizza." So I was recounting this story to a friend the next day. He's like, "Dad, just eat your pizza if you do something stupid." So this is actually in standard too. What it is not. This is and like I'm gonna yell. No, not yell, but I'm a little upset about this. For years I was hunting down a Marshall capo, and I tried to get one from Mr. Glenn Jones because I'm 90% sure he was the first person I ever saw use one, and like for like most of my adult life was the only person I knew that ever used one. And I saw this dude play my work, and he had one, so I got one the one time I saw him play, and then this year I asked a friend to get another one for me. So what this is the way it's set up is a little bit different than how I normally set up right now. I have more spacing between so basically I'm using two capos. I'm using a full capo, and I can do that anywhere on the neck. And then usually it's 2 frets apart. And if you do it the top version, it causes a modal tuning. And like modal tuning is kind of like the question I asked Kevin about the E B E F sharp B E. It's kind of based on the health of tuning. So like when, which is that guy, if you take the partial capo, and partial capo will either go over your A, D, and G strings, leaving room for the low E. Now, if you flip it the other way, it will do your it will hold down your B, G, and D string, um, but not your high E. Um, Now, if you do that 2 frets apart, that kind of looks like a bar chord, doesn't? So, like, it's pretty neat. So you can do either modal or like tuning like a via key, and like you got 12 frets, so like you can move it all over around. But the way I have it right now, I have one on the 2nd fret, the full capo, and then the partial capo is in the modal setting on the 6th fret. As far as the notes I'm playing, I'm gonna go back to Michael Chapman's statement. Max, it's just notes. And on that note, I think I'm gonna stop pontificating and probably gonna get some rest so I can go to work tomorrow. For the 1 or 2 people that will ever watch a in dark 38-minute video on YouTube by a stranger. Thank you for listening. Have a great night. Perhaps we'll talk one time. Some people hate that I talk when I go on these videos. I generally do too, but I thought today was a good time to talk. Hopefully I don't regret it. On the grounds that no one really watches these. Whatever. Good night. Which always proves my point. I don't do it for other people. I do it for myself. Ah! Anywho, good night. Ah!